So welcome everyone Monday night. Thanks for tuning in live. Thanks for those catching the replay. Um, Before we get started, I just wanted to share with you a book that someone told me about that I listened to. It's real short. I downloaded it on Audible. It's called Who Moved My Cheese?
Oh yeah.
And it was really such a great book. For those that have read it, do you want to say who you are, what character you are?
I don't remember. It's been so long ago since I read
Remember
it.
it? So I
Mhm.
think I'm a combination of scurry, hurry to get things done and just the go, 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 but also a combination of Paw. Yeah, Paw, the one that laughs at himself. Because you do move and grow and question, but it's just funny because I feel like I'm a combination of the two. But I'm definitely not him. I am not him, and I am excited that I'm not him. But either way, it was a great book. Um, because cheese can be whatever you want the cheese to be. And it's a very short story. And if you have an hour and a half, I've listened to it while I was painting the bathroom. And it was a great little book. So I encourage you um, to embrace change in your life and to learn how to do it in a way that is a mindset shift for you. This is a great book to do that. So, um, so good evening, everyone. On that side note, I've been hard at work trying to get this light water thing going, and I have a PDF for you to download. Mo, I don't know if you saw it because you might have jumped in a little later, but I'll drop it in the chat. For those catching the replay, if you want to just let me know, I can send you a link. But this is a PDF and it will be on Zazzle. So if you wanted to order actual copies, that's a card, like a trifold, smaller type of postcard, you can do that too. But this is saying all the things about the water based on all the information we received um, at convention. So I'm going to share my screen and I can show you what we're talking about. Where did it go? Computer. I think my first purchase of 2025 is going to be a new computer. Or I'm going to have to just bite the bullet and be on my laptop more. Can you shut my door, please? Thank you. Share screen. Okay. So Light-Infused water coming 2025. Live long, live well. I don't think I've changed this since, but that's it. Close enough. Um, So this talks about a new form of light water, that it increases cellular energy, it elevates NAD, supports human growth hormone. And I know we talked about this, but I've really kind of tweaked this a little bit to make it a little bit user friendly for everybody. As we go down on what the technology does. If you scan this video, this takes you to a short the short video, the corporate video. It's an excerpt from convention because I couldn't find like a clean version of the commercial. As soon as I do, I'll update this. But for now, it's just a recording. It's a recording of the video. And you see David on stage. He's like, "All right, let me. You can actually scan the code right now and see exactly what it does." But let's look at the commercial first, right? And so David walks off stage and then it starts playing. So it talks about what we're removing from here, and clearly this is not the updated version because we changed this. It said forever chemicals and chemicals. So I don't know what I'm. Who knows? My brain's not right here today. And then the patented version, patented technology, all the things that I found in the technology. I'm pretty sure we went over this, but this changed a lot. I wanted this to be a little easier for everyone to digest. Before, if I had showed this to you, it had all the amino acids in it, which were, is this not the right one, Mom?
It's not the corrected one. No, no, you didn't.
My proofreader, everybody, if you haven't met my proofreader, one of them, my mother. So energy efficiency, that is not what it says. It talks about how that it boosts NAD production, thus uh, making more efficient breakdown of food for cellular energy. That's not what that says, but you'll get the right one.
Yeah,
But I liked how this just kind of broke it down in terms of like cellular regeneration, longevity, energy, not so much the amino acids. So it's a little bit more, it's a little bit easier to digest. So this is more of like a general one. And then this was comparing hydrogen water, structured water, and light water. So it's kind of comparing all three of them because this is what this is doing. It talks about structured water, talks about hydrogen water, and it talks about the LifeWave machine. So that's kind of the gist of what people are going to want to know. What does it do? How does it work? And what's the difference? So those are like the big questions. For now, if you wanted to share this with people, your brand partners, like it's a good, let me get you the right version. It's a good tool to have to share with people. And there's nothing on this that goes anywhere. So you're welcome to share this with everyone and anyone and tell them, hey, look what I found, reach back out to me, whatever. So this is completely duplicatable, replicatable, and just share away once you have the right version. I got to fix that. So, but I wanted to share that with you all because I know that is something that I really do believe is going to kick up the trajectory of those who are building a business with LifeWave. Because water is a more tangible concept, I think, for people to understand more than the patches. Because people are familiar with hydrogen water, they're familiar with water purification, they're familiar with all these things. So I kind of took it to another level. With another thing that I created, and it's going through the process. And I did this with the idea that I'm doing this because this is how I foresee myself building my business with LifeWave in the water. And I'm happy to implement any of this for anyone that they want. But this was kind of where I started. And with Linda's help, we kind of have done a little back and forth on this. I was able to create something I hadn't created before, which was a blog. Which was that's not in my realm of things that I have done. First time for everything. So I'll just share it with you real quick so you can see. But I wanted to take people through the process of what this was, right? And this is kind of what I envision for anyone that's sharing this, this product. So let me show you. Oh, okay. So, we've got coming 2025. Introducing a new technology, Light-Infused water. LifeWave's new water machine produces water which just isn't another structured or hydrogen-enriched water. It optimizes recovery, longevity, cellular health in many ways traditional approaches can't match. Again, it goes on. This is the video from corporate, so they can hit play and listen to the music if they want, or they can just read it. Tells how it works. And then a little background, right? So what's with water? Did you know that water, when introduced to a positive emotion, molecularly changes and holds the structure of that emotion? So, this is, Masaru Emoto, and he has proven scientifically that water holds emotion. There are all kinds of things out there about water. I know that there's this person that puts, and if you go to TikTok, I've seen it, my husband showed me, if you take a picture and put it over the water and then freeze that water, the water will resemble the picture that you had put on it. That's how powerful energy and frequency is. So we're not going that far, right? That's a lot. But we're going to start with the shapes. The shapes, when you give that positive emotion, what happens to the structure of the molecules. And so, well, how does the water take shape? Well, it's through sound frequencies. Everything has a frequency, each cell in your body. So I want them to understand, this is centuries old. Sound healing, sound frequencies. And that is really what is being infused into the water. and that it triggers the GHKCU. So I'm going to play a lot on the GHKCU because that's something we know, that's something that people know. And so we can talk about the benefits of GHKCU because this water increases it. So what this does, and just like, LifeWave's Light-Infused water isn't the only product that increases GHKCU. We also have, look, there's the double blind bit.ly link, or the little tiny URL link for the research. And then these will all be like blog links that I'll have going to different posts about the different things. So then, this is applicable as well. Because we're increasing GHKCU, so by doing that, we're saying the exact same thing as X39, if not better, right? Day 1, 6 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, and beyond. But it gets better than that because it's faster, especially when you pair them together. So cheers. How can I help you with your next step? So I'm asking them, this is my research them. Do you want, I want age reversal. Great. They check it. It takes them here and they give me the information and it gets age reversal. So I don't know how to go back from that. There's no back button here. So they could choose that. They could choose build a business, right? Because I want to start talking about the business building right out of the gate, because I do feel like a lot of SPDs talk about the business a lot, and that entices other people that are business minded to see more in this than we did when we were coming in, because I don't think any of us had really ever done network marketing. We didn't know, like it's a thing, right? It's a thing. And if you can get people to look at this and you can market to those people, so that's kind of, I wanted to put that line on there, or both, that was something that they wanted to do. And then there's my blogs that aren't there yet. Aren't they beautiful? And then I have you might also like. So I've broken it into categories, like the patch system, the science, the business, and more blogs that aren't quite there yet. So this is, again, a work in progress, but we're getting there. So this is something that I've just figured out how to create on this platform, and I'm really liking it. And I'm going to use it once it's done to promote the light business, Light-Infused water now. So I can get ahead of people as it's coming to a launch. But we are in November, and we all know what that means, right? Big sales coming down the pipeline. So we've got our Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I think they do it for like a week each. They do 2 different deals. Traditionally what they've done in the past. I have not heard what they are. Has anyone heard what they are yet? No. Keeping it under wraps. Last year it was Alavita. I stocked up until convention when I bought more. Other than that, just for me personally, I've had some people recently reach out. One person was like, what's this business you're doing? And I explained it to him, and he goes, well, I need that. And I was like, yeah, you do. And I would have called you right out of the gate and told you you needed this, but I didn't. But yes, you need this. That's what I'm telling you. And he was like, okay. He's like, I'm going to call you tomorrow and we're going to get set up and going. And I'm like, perfect. So all because I made a post about Mike Tyson. Did anybody see the post I made about Mike Tyson? Feel free to share it, swipe it, tag it, whatever you want to do. It's yours. It's there. I put it in an email too that went out. I don't know if you saw that. Please take it and share it, because that's really cool. And I think people are saying he's going to win already anyway. But I don't know. With the patches, of course he is. But that was it. That was my win for the week. I've got someone signing up tomorrow, and they're ready to build a business, which is really my first person that's coming in the gate. Like, yeah, let's do this. I can sell this, and I'm like, awesome, because when I came into this, I was like, what am I doing? So, anyone have any testimony or any updates that they'd like to share? How'd you do, Ma? In Italy, traveling? You must have.
I tell you, every place we went was on the side of the mountain, and we either had to go down the mountain or up the mountain all the time. We walked an unbelievable amount of time, but it was steps and inclined planes wherever we're going. And I thought, okay. And the one place that was flat we went we were on the 5th floor in a building that was built in, and we were in Venice, and the building was built in the 1600s or something, and the stairs went straight up. So I thought every day I got my walking in, and the first day I got there, after we finished my first day, I could barely get out of bed the next day. I hurt everywhere. My legs, I'd never done a zillion stairs like that at a time. And so I patched myself up, and very shortly I didn't feel the pain at all. So I was really glad those patches saved me, especially that first day, because it was such a change from just plain old walking to lots of stairs. So
What patches did you use? What did you bring with you?
I brought a whole pile of everything. So my usual ones and other ones. I did throw that first day an energy enhancer on, and I threw them all on. I had already done glutathione because of all the traveling and being around so many people. So I'd done that like for a week ahead of time, and I continued that on most of the time. But I was in need of some Eon for inflammation about then, and then my usual X39 and X49. So, but it was but the energy enhancer really helped that very first day. I mean, I thought, I don't think I can get out of bed. It just hurts. Yeah. But
Did you end up wearing them every day afterwards?
No. I did that only the first day with the energy one. After that, the other patches were, I didn't ache anymore. But initially, that first day, it was such a change from what I was used to, that I didn't know whether I was going to be able to do it or not. I really didn't. I hurt everywhere. And after I energied up and put all those things on, I didn't hurt at all. And I spent the rest of the whole 10 days going up and down mountains. So it was like, okay. And I didn't have to, use anything other than my usual stuff. So, yeah.
How did it help with the time zone change? Going and coming?
I don't know that I didn't notice any different. I mean, I had them on. I had obviously my 39 and 49 on every day anyway. I threw a lot of Eons on just to and make sure the inflammation was down. But jet
lag did not affect you, apparently, is what I'm getting at.
No, it really didn't. The time change didn't, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't notice any other than I had trouble that first day. So.
No, that's actually amazing because it's a 6-hour time change, right? And you would have noticed it over there where you'd be up at 3 a.m. still because you can't fall asleep. And then when you come home, you're wide awake at 4 a.m. because, the time change. But so that's really great because I've heard a lot about people using patches to help mitigate the jet lag.
I really didn't we did tend to push our days, like when we stay up when we first got there. We knew we should go to bed, but we needed to stay up to get onto their schedule. And we did basically the same thing coming home too, so that we had, we started our day at 3 a.m. So with all of that, but no, they must have worked because I
good
have
for
any
you.
problems. So that's all I got.
That's good. And you stayed healthy through your trip too.
You're
healthy coming back. Good for you.
And my son would occasionally say, "Catch me up." So he would want whenever, and as I said, I took a whole bunch of stuff with me, but mainly just the Eon and stuff. I was concerned with his inflammation, sleeping in strange beds, and most of the beds were really good, but every now and then you get one that just isn't exactly like yours, or isn't terribly comfortable, and I think that doesn't help your body any. So.
Well, did you get Jay patching again then, or what?
Well, no, just while we were over there.
Because he had to keep up with you.
I didn't have my usual level of, what those steps. I just couldn't get over it. And as I said, nowhere did we go that it was flat. So.
And you're on boats a lot over there, right? If you're in Venice?
We were in Venice, we were on boats.
Walking out of the building onto a boat.
It was interesting. Yeah. And one day we did planes and trains and everything. We hit them all. So Ubers, and you got it. We had every kind of transportation that day. So yeah, we did a lot of that. So a lot of moving.
Amy, did you have a comment?
Yes, 2 weekends ago at work, uh, the three of us who were in the one department, well, she called out, one of the girls, she called out the next day on Sunday, she called out sick, and I found out later she had COVID, that she
Mhm.
tested positive. But this was like after the fact. And I became really tired like Monday. I thought I overdid it outside, plants and moving leaves and all this stuff. I'm like, dang, I'm really tired now. But it was, I think, that I got sick from her. And so, book, I don't care what time of day it is. I put glutathione on, and it was nighttime and I just kept it on for well more than the 12 hours. And I recovered pretty well. And I felt tired. That was my only symptom that I had, that I had fatigue. I went to work. Um, and there, one of the other three that was with us, oh, he was wearing a mask. So he did not do so well, whereas I just totally, rebounded. I felt bad for him.
Did you offer him a patch?
Well, by then it was too late. By
Yeah.
then it was like, 5 days later or something, it's like it wasn't really he was already on the end of healing.
Yeah, but especially if they get that long COVID, where it's just like that exhaustion continues to draw out. That's actually how the patches came into my world, because my sister-in-law was recovering from long COVID, and her coach out in California was like, "Well, have you heard about these? You should try one of these." And that's how she was introduced to X39. And the rest is history. But yeah, so I mean, just if next week he's still kind of slugging around and be like, "Hey, you want to get your energy back?"
Well, he was back, like there was just the one day when I came back because I was off 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. I came back Wednesday. He had the mask on still Thursday. Um, but then he was fine by the end of that day. So mask free at least anyway. He's going through a bit more stuff though right now than I am. So that I'm sure entered into his illness being longer. But I like it when it wins. Yay, patch for the win.
And Laura said something similar. And we were doing the detox, and I think she got COVID during the detox, right? If I remember correctly. And she felt like she recovered from it very quickly, but then it lingered for her, I remember. So she's like, I got to do it again. I need to do one more week of it. And she did another week, and it just really kind of helped clear out all that fog that she said she had, if I remember correctly, from the springtime. So it's a good, even redoing that patch, the detox protocol would help. So cool. How's everybody else doing? Good. All right. Any other questions, comments? If not, let's be done for the evening. I can go to bed.
I do want to say, Kate, I love that pamphlet that you put together. So thank you. It's beautiful.
You're very welcome.
The one that you have here in the chat, that's not the updated one. Is that right?
Right one.
Okay.
Let me sign off on the video and then stay on for a second, and I will drop the proper link in the chat for you before we leave, so you can have it.
Thank you.
So everyone, that's the perk of being on here live, is you're getting stuff right from Kate, right in those downloads. So hopefully we'll see you next Monday.